It's the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. No update on the mom slide yet, mostly because we're recording this 20 minutes. Actually, hold
20
on.
minutes later.
Hold on. Gotta check. Oh, we have a notification. Oh,
Not from her.
it was Locked On Padres saying they don't need the restream that we record on. Damn it. She hasn't read it either. Okay. Anyway, today, William Eklund is in the past. We will talk about him again in the future. But right now, we must put on a brave face. All I can do right now is put on a brave face and twirl towards freedom. Exactly. In his name, in his memory. R.I.P. King. We're going to talk about a little bit about the Devils, but we're going to spin that into a Flames preview because the Sharks are playing the Flams tonight. Music time.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I'm your host. Why did I say it like a snake? I'm going to do this whole podcast like a snake. I'm your host, Kyle Demetrius. Back with me as always is JD, also hosting the Sydney to my Melbourne. It's Australia content. I was going to say Perth, but they're a bunch of wankers, and you're not a wanker.
Thanks.
Yeah, wanker's bad. Do you not watch any British television?
No, man.
Damn, man. I don't know. What do they call? What do the rednecks call them? Idiots? I don't know.
This is already off. Anyway, the
JD's
Flams.
JD's a Democrat. There you go. That'll speak to Middle America. The Flams. They're good. They be good at the hockey. They are. Yeah, the Sharks are going to lose.
Yeah,
it's in Flam country too, right?
Was that
good old Alberta? It's in Alberta. The Sharks are going on the road. The key thing here, not the key thing, one of the key things, many of the keys. Have you ever checked out? Oh, we need to do this if we had more time. We need to write down all the keys to the game that they show on the broadcast and see how many times they repeat. Because sometimes it's like keys to the game: keep Connor McDavid in check, score on the power play,
score goals,
outwork the other team. It's just like.
Yeah.
Cool. What if we didn't have those keys? What were the Sharks doing? I'm just like, oh my god! Like, I know that it's hard to come up with 82 of them shits, but like,
yeah,
you got to vary it up. Maybe do some specific things like the. I know that the who did they just play? The Blues. Sorry, the Blues are really good at transition. So the first key should have been like limiting transition opportunities. Instead, it's like be careful of Tarasenko, and it's like,
yeah,
sick. Like,
don't let the other team score. Don't let the other team. Yeah,
as my girlfriend said, it's easy. Just go down to the score on the other net, and you win.
Yeah.
There you go. Tough. Perfect. She doesn't watch hockey. The Flams, they are 7-1-3.
Whew.
They are nasty.
Yes.
Jakob Markstrom is sporting a .936 save percentage and already has 3 shutouts.
Yeah, that's
what the hell are the Sharks gonna do?
That's been a
they
good
couldn't even score. They couldn't even score on Joel Hofer, and they couldn't score on whatever jabroni New Jersey threw out there.
Or yeah,
who was it?
And then Jake Allen famously just
noted all-star Jake Allen. Oh, God, Nick Bonino, you really got to step it up on line one now.
The Flames this year, man.
We need you for your scoring touch. Here's a sentence I didn't think I was going to say coming into the season. Hey, Nick, could you score some goals?
All right, so the Flames right now, their leading scorer. So Elias Lindholm and Johnny Gaudreau, both noted good at hockey. 14 points. Matthew Tkachuk, 11. Mangiapane's got 9 as well.
Mangiapane translates from Italian to English as eat bread.
Bread, yes.
Continue.
And then Killington 7, Rasmus Anderson 7.
It's Oliver Keelington, even though it looks like Kylington. Very strange. Yeah. He's Swedish.
So even noted offensive guru Milan Lucic with 4 goals this year too. So yeah, this team is really good, and they're like deep, and they can play mean. They can play whatever they want, however style they want to play. And then, like you said,
it's going to be a different game than the Devils, where we saw against the Devils. That game almost put me to sleep.
That was yes.
Holy, that was boring.
You texted me after the first period. I was like, "Is this game boring?" I was like, "Yes, it is."
Well, you put the heat maps up, and it was just like no heat on either side. I was like, interesting. The Flames lines: Gaudreau, Lindholm, Kachuk. That's devastating.
Good luck, Couture.
Blake Coleman, Mikhail Backlund, Tyler Pitlick. Interesting. Milan Lucic, Dylan Dubé, Andrew Mangiapane. Oh my God, Andrew Mangiapane. I can't speak. That guy. Brad Richardson, Sean Monahan is on the 4th line apparently. Trevor Lewis. Do they have any forwards out right now? They have no players in injured reserve. They don't even have any injured guys. That's fun. Good. Defense: Noah Hannafin, Rasmus Anderson, Oliver Keelington, Chris Tanev, Nikita Zadorov, and Eric Goodbranson, and their goalies are Jakob Markstrom and Daniel Darth Vladar. Would be shocked if it wasn't Markstrom. They haven't played since Saturday, the 6th, where they beat the Rangers 6-0. God,
they're going to get stopped.
It's gonna be. Oh my God, my phone is just going off right now.
It's
my agent. It's the Sharks telling us that we're signed. Yes. It's the Sharks' mom. I work fast.
Yes.
Do you just hold on for dear life, right?
Yeah. Kyle, how are you going to be watching this game?
Through tears?
After you wipe away the tears, or before the tears start, and you have to find the channel
on my TV,
on your TV. So
ESPN Plus.
Yeah. So if you're having trouble finding the game, you might need to get your TV together with DirecTV. Does this sound familiar? You got one device that lets you catch the game live, another that lets you stream your favorite shows, another watching sports highlights on your phone, and you've got your neighbors, best friends log in for the good stuff. I want to tell you about a simple way to get all your entertainment together that you love without the hassle, and a great way to finally get your TV together. It's called DirecTV Stream. It brings your live TV and on-demand favorites together like never before, so you can watch your favorite sports, movies, and shows all in one place. That means no more juggling remotes, no need to buy another device ever again, and the best part, there's no annual contract. So get rid of the clutter and the confusion and get your TV together with DirecTV Stream. You can learn more at directv.com. That's directv.com. Compatible devices required. Content varies by package.
David Harrison here, the Locked On Washington Football Team podcast, celebrating with you a 21 grain salute to a less boring sandwich thanks to Dave's Killer Bread. I don't know about you guys, but when I eat pizza, I eat it for the toppings, not the crust. And when I eat a sandwich, it's for what's inside the bread, not for the bread. But when I throw a sandwich on 21 whole grains and seeds, thin sliced bread from Dave's Killer Bread, it is the epitome of addition by subtraction. That thin sliced bread lets me focus on what's inside the sandwich, but also adds to the sandwich with killer taste, killer texture, killer nutrition, a subtle sweetness, and a seed-coated crust. Dave's Killer Bread is America's #1 organic bread for a reason. It tastes so stinking good. Dave's Killer Bread is made with the highest quality organic and non-GMO ingredients and is power-packed with whole grains, fiber, and protein. Visit daveskillerbread.com to learn more and look for Dave's Killer Bread in the bread aisle of your local grocery store.
Yeah, the Sharks, because as we're recording this, we don't know who's going to be back from COVID, if any of the guys are going to be back from COVID. And the Flames have good offense, and they have Markstrom, who's been playing out of his mind so far this year.
The defense, Oliver Keelington has got off to he's a young player. He's got off to a really good start, which means that like Noah Hannafin, Rasmus Anderson, solid. Noah Hannafin, solid. Keelington has got off to a great start. Chris Tanev is solid as shit. Goodbranson sucks, but whatever.
Like, I don't see where the Sharks have the advantage.
They don't have an advantage. Exactly. Yeah. They don't have an advantage. That's the tough part, is that the Flames have the advantage in net.
Yep.
And we've seen Hill struggle against the Devils. Devils? No, Reimer played against the Devils. Against the
Yes.
Blues, we saw Hill in his last outing. That middle frame wasn't too kind for him. He let in some bad goals. We saw Reimer play really well. Do they go back to Reimer and try to steal this win? Or they keep alternating? I don't know what you do because they're also playing the McDavid's coming up.
Yeah, I think they have the Jets on Thursday. So yeah,
you got to find games for these guys. So if they go back to Hill, they don't have the advantage there. Their defense, the Sharks just have all the children again. They definitely don't have the advantage. And even when they do have everybody healthy, that top four for the Flames is stout. And then when you go to the lineups like Gaudreau, Lindholm, Tkachuk, like that is devastating. Tkachuk's coming off a 4-point game.
Yeah. And I assume he's going to be matched up with the Couture line. And it's like, and especially if Timo's not back, we don't even know who's traveling and stuff like that. Like, if it's, Couture, Darlene, Benino, or who knows who's going to be playing that left. Kyle's just laughing right now. Matt Nieto, John Leonard, that's just that line's going to get caved in all night, and especially when you don't have the last change either, like this game is not shaping up very well. So yeah. What's the path? Is there a path?
Park the bus, soccer style.
Yeah.
Just bend, don't break.
Yeah.
I don't know. Daryl Sutter's done a really good job of figuring out how to use Johnny Gaudreau and using that transition game and the speed elements. We talked about the Blues being a test, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Sharks failed.
Fair,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, they lost what, 5-3?
Yeah,
it was back and forth. I shouldn't say they failed.
No, it was a good test because like you saw, we came out of the game optimistic because again the team was so shorthanded. They don't have 2/3 of their defensive pairs and. And then they don't have arguably or at least Timo Meier's been their,
second
hottest, I would say he's been their best player, but like, he's been
your anti-hurdle agenda has been clear for some time.
Yes, I noted hurdle hater JD Young. But it's just, when you start taking these things away, and even LeBanc, who's played really well this season, and like that's a threat on the power play. Like again, you're asking guys to do more than what they're supposed to be doing with all these guys out, and I just unless the Sharks just get on the power play a bunch and they're able to convert. I mean, that's the only way I can see them kind of pulling this off. Or Markstrom has a bad game or something, but like. As you said, he's got 4 shutouts already this season. So,
and it's not this play. The Flames score the 7th most goals in the league. They have the 2nd most shots on goals per game. They're throwing up 35.6 shots per game. They have the 8th best power play. They are the 14th best shooting team. They're the 17th best face-off team. They are 3rd in goals allowed. They only allow 2.2 per game. They only allow 29 shots against. They're 7th in the league. Their penalty kill is 12th. They have 8.9 penalty minutes per game, like 13th in penalty minutes, so they're down the middle. So it's not like you're coming into a team who is playing offense incredibly well and takes a shitload of penalties. You can stay in it. You got to beat them at 5-on-5, which is where you got to beat most teams. But at least a team that takes a lot of penalties, you have that opportunity, like the Blues.
Yeah.
And we saw the Sharks not capitalize. Then we saw the Sharks cough up a very winnable game, a game that they should have won against the Devils. That was just outrageously bad.
And having I think that 4 goal post, like they hit the post 4 times in that game, where it's just like, yeah,
you got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good.
Yeah, but like
that happens in games, and they couldn't figure out another way to score, and we see them lose 2-1 in a shootout. So Flames are a Bruins, Leafs, Blues like test, and even better than when they caught some of those teams earlier in the season or the Blues. And this is concerning because they start this road trip where it's not going to be great. So they play the Flames
and the Jets.
Then 2 days later they play at Jets. Then 2 days later they play at Avalanche. Then 3 days later they play at Wild. Then they play at the Blues. Then they play versus the Capitals. Then they play versus the Hurricanes. And finally on Wednesday, November 24th, they get to play the freaking Senators, but then immediately get to play the Leafs and then the Blackhawks and the Devils to close out the month. So out of these last games, there's 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, why is this losing its mind? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? The Score app is just junk. 1, 2,
sorry.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 games, and they play 3, maybe 4 teams that are subpar. The Devils, the Blackhawks, the Senators, and maybe the Jets, if you want to include them.
Yeah.
And even the Devils they just beat them. So how
Yeah.
subpar can they be? Really, the Senators and the Blackhawks are the only teams that are like, okay, great. These teams are bad and they should beat them. That's not a great stretch to close out November. They could easily go 3-8 over this stretch. And that would leave them at what? 9-12? 9-12 and 1?
Yeah. And
they got to make some hay. And how do you got to start banking these wins, especially because your stated goal is to make the playoffs, but then you sent William Eklund away and you have COVID. I get it, but like you got to figure out a way to beat this Flames team, and they're going to be in it. I don't have any doubt in my mind that they're not going to be fighting and doing it.
Yeah, that's something that we've, the Sharks team is much better at before than it was, in the previous years, where it's just like once once they're down a goal or two, and then like that's it, we're done. We'll catch you next game.
They could barely score on Joel Hofer.
Yeah, but I mean, at least the fight's there. Like that's something.
Yeah.
That
They're not going to be.
They're
not just going to roll over and die. Is the
Yeah.
thing, but I don't know how much credit they get for doing that until it becomes apparent. Do you have to just pack it in, or do you keep trying to win this season? Well, how many goals do you think they're going to score in this game?
I would put the over under at 1.5.
Oh, interesting. Do you think I can bet on this?
I think there is a place that you can bet on this.
Where?
I would say betonline.ag.
Oh, and you know why?
Why is that?
Because they're back and they're better than ever, because they have a new web interface for the start of the hockey season. There's more props, more odds, and more lines than ever before. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all the basketball, football, hockey action this season. Head to the new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use the promo code LOCKEDON to receive your bonus. From basketball, football, hockey, UFC, footy, cricket, table tennis maybe. Your favorite casino Vegas game? Vegas casino game? Can't speak. Don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports. BetOnline, where the game starts.
All right, so we both.
What is the path to winning this game?
So what is the path?
I honestly think it's like scoring a couple early goals and then just hanging on.
Yeah, for dear life, and then
try to grind one out 3-2.
Yeah, type of thing. So, yeah,
because I don't think they can get in a shootout with this team, because I think Markstrom is too good.
Yep.
And I don't know if they have the scoring punch yet. Like Nick Bonino's on your top line. That's not lending its credence well to your scoring punch, especially if Meyer and LeBanc are out.
Yeah,
and Carlson.
Yeah. Well, yeah, those guys, all the original cases,
original
guys,
bad boys.
Yeah, they're not even allowed, like they're not traveling yet. They're not. So yeah, those guys. I don't know what the word is on Meyer and LeBanc, since they were late adds to it, but at this point, it seems like we're probably not going to see those guys for a little while. So.
Boy, yeah. Where are the goals coming from?
Where are the goals? Jonathan Dahlin, our Lord and Savior. But yeah, that top line though, that's brutal. So
Jonathan Dahlin is nasty. He
is very good.
He should have like 3 more goals already this season.
I know he's been robbed. Yeah, he probably could have 8 right now. So, but yeah, I would say unless like Hurdle just decides to go supernova, which we've seen him do, and then Rudy and Barabanov are hanging on there with him, and you get some. Jasper Weatherby or somebody like that kicks in a goal type of thing.
But even then, like,
yeah, you're gonna have to.
When was the last time we saw that happen?
Yeah, I mean Weatherby almost had one, but yeah, like
no, I know, but like, when was the last time we saw an offensive explosion for the Sharks? Because it wasn't against the Devils; that was an offensive deplosion.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here, I'm pulling up the schedule right now. So let's go backwards. 2 goals against the Devils. They only scored 3 against the Blues, and that was Joel Hofer. They scored 5 against the Sabres. Okay, fair. That I guess the second, but then 2.
That's also the Sabres.
Against the Jets, and then 0 against the Canadians, 1 against the Predators, 3 against the Bruins. So I guess in that opening stretch we saw them, but then as soon as they got off that road trip,
the offense is dried
even
up.
with the Canadians, the offense just dried up, and we saw one game where they scored more than a handful. It was against the Sabres of all teams.
Yeah. So
I just don't know where this offense is coming from now. And again, this is the second year in a row we're sitting here with like the Sharks have an offensive a finishing problem.
Yep.
Is it better to not finish or finish too early? Never mind. It's tough against a tough team like this. I don't want to sit here and be the podcast and be the guys that are like, oh, you hate the Sharks, you're just down on them.
We're just realistic.
When you come up against a team like the Flames,
you're not going to win every game. Yeah.
I read off the numbers. They're like 7th in goals and shit. Like, and they're second most in shots. Like Aiden Hill or James Reimer is going to get peppered in shots. I don't see the Sharks defense stopping them.
Yeah, especially when you have literally Brent Burns and Mario Ferrara who have they played 30 minutes each against the Devils.
Yeah, like this is the power play units for the Flames. Kachuk, Monahan, Gaudreau, Elias Lindholm, Rasmus Anderson, and then Lucic, Backlund, Mangiapane, Dubé, and Hannafin. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean the Flame, man, because like they've scored. It's
the Flames have lost once in regulation.
Yeah, they've scored at least 2 goals, basically. Like,
yeah, going backwards, 6, 3, 2, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3. Like,
yeah, like
what are we doing here? It's gonna be tough.
Yeah. What's your prediction?
5-1 Flames.
I'm gonna say 4-1 Flames. Who scores then for the Sharks?
It's gonna be somebody janky and funny. It's gonna be Cogliano.
Poor Cogs.
No, it's gonna be Darlene.
That's of course it's gonna be Dolly. He's the only one who can score right now. So who do you think starts in net?
It's gonna be like Nick Meloche.
I love it. Love it.
Nick Meloche at the end of the game with like 2 minutes left. It's like 5-0. And he throws like a wrister, like a bouncer in or something. Oh, that'd be so sick. Oh,
who starts?
Nick Meloche. He's played all right. I think Hill starts.
I think
unless they go Reimer, then throw Hill in against Winnipeg, and then Reimer again against Edmonton.
That's what I think.
That would probably be the. Yeah, they do. What do you mean?
No, you just read off the schedule. Edmonton wasn't in there.
What are you talking about? You just say "Oh my god" under my breath, like I'm one of your children.
Yes.
Calgary, I never said they played Edmonton. I meant Avalanche. I said Colorado this whole time. Anyway, if you play Reimer against the Flames, then Hill against the Jets, and then Reimer against the Avalanche, and then Hill against the Wild, and then Reimer against the Blues, Hill against the Capitals, Reimer against the Hurricanes, I think that's a better cadence.
Setup. It's like, yeah. So
if they're going to go 1-for-1, if they're going to go 1-1-1, because they've done that for a little bit now, right? 1-1-1.
Yeah, Reimer started a couple games in a row here, but yeah, when they had some. So, but yeah,
I think Hill hurt his finger or something, right? Or is that preseason? Oh, everything's blending together already.
Sorry, guys, it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, we'll be more happy for the Winnipeg Jets preview.
We're not doing a preview of the Jets. We're doing.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're gonna do something else.
Maybe we should just preview it so we can be happy because they're also playing the Colorado Avalanche and they're gonna get stomped, and then they're playing the Minnesota Wild. When's our next happy preview? The Senators on Wednesday, November 24th.
That'll be a fun preview.
Yeah, because we'll get all the Senators clowns downloading our episodes again, telling us that we're stupid after they turned it off. The best part about the Senators preview is that they turned it off after like 2 minutes and then didn't listen to the part where like, yeah, the Senators could totally win, and talked about for 4 minutes how the Senators are going to win the game. And then they almost did that.
Let's go. Let's get out here.
This wasn't our best effort, guys. We're apologizing. Corporate, if you're listening, this was a great effort. Please give us no notes.
Hard in the corners.
Yeah, give us no notes.
Full 200-foot game.
Yeah. Twitter, Locked On Sharks. You guys know our shtick. If you're new here, enjoy. But we'll answer you. We'll talk to you. Yeah. Unless you're rude to us, then we'll block you. No, I don't think we block many people.
I don't think so.
Just like that jock guy that was like impersonating me for a bit. That was fun. Just don't be a dick. We're more than happy to engage.
Yeah.
Even the guy that said that we hated Barabanov, we talk to him sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We like Barabanov now. You just got to give it time. Everybody's got their own little things that make
Rudy's got so much more potential. Yelling Rudy is just way more fun than
what am I going to yell? Barabanov!
The full
Nov.
con.
Just yell Nov. Anyway, he should change his name to Sasha. Anyway, Sasha Barabanov. I'd love to yell Sasha. Facebook, Instagram. That's where you get your social media diet. All of our stuff is going up there, so you can message us there if you have something to tell us. YouTube, please subscribe. We're marching towards 400. JD will pull his dick out or something. I don't know what he decided to do.
Once we hit 500, I'm doing the jumbo slide in my living room.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yes.
He's recreating it with his children, which is what Joe Thornton did, because they were also children with him. Subscribe. Yep. So please do that. And you can also watch us. What's the other thing? Email lockedonsharks@gmail.com. Thank you for your service. If you have never emailed us, that's great. Last time we didn't talk about where you can find us to listen. Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, Stitcher, Anchor, boat radios, CB radios and trucks.
Yeah.
What?
We're on the Yacht Rock.
Yacht Rock with Kenny Loggins. It's like Kenny Loggins, Michael McDonald, and then us. You can listen to Yamo be. You can listen to Yamo be there, and then me talking about cum. It's a real good time on your catamaran. If you got Moderna, I'm sure there's a little radio in there that you can listen to us now. All good stuff. Vinyl, we're getting our episodes pressed on vinyl now. It's a really heavy undertaking.
It's like 6 months. 6 months back.
If you ever wondered about a Flames Sharks preview in next May, you can get us on vinyl. We sound great. The B side is just all of our outtakes where we swear a lot. JD, who's more normal than I am, my fry hole on Twitter.
Kyle is that Kyle Demetrius. Thank you.
You didn't say I was normal. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see you.
We know who you are.
I am me. I'm the main character.
Yes, I'm your trusty sidekick.
Everybody needs a trusty sidekick. This podcast wouldn't even go on the air without you.
Yeah, I know. It would just be us talking. Anyway, thank you for making us your first listen. Go check out the Fancy Hockey Podcast or the Flames. I'm sure they're doing a preview or whatever. Wherever you go find a fun team to listen to. So
wherever the wind blows you that day.
Yes. So
I don't know. Bye. See ya. Sayonara.
Bye, friends.
Ciao.
Adios.
This is Jason Berg from Locked On A's, and this is going to be a very busy offseason for the Oakland Athletics. Are they going to be trading everybody away? Probably. So we'll be covering that. Are they going to be getting a new ballpark? Maybe. We'll see about that. Every step of the way, we cover all the bases of everything A's related at Locked On A's. So make sure to subscribe wherever you like to hear podcasts and subscribe to our new YouTube channel, your new home for A's coverage.